But clearly, we say there, and I think everyone would agree, you don't change the rules during a competition. No one should change the rules during a competition. Everyone needs to have certainty of the rules of competition. On the wider issue, there still is neither scientific or political consensus on this issue. It's not a black and white issue, and we would, at the IOC, be very interested to hear of such a solution, such a consensus on this, and we would be the first to act on this should a common understanding be reached. But, as we say, that has yet to be the case across sport in general. On the injury, what I would say is, of course, we always don't like to see an injury to any athlete, and obviously this injury, like all the others, we hope that she makes a good and full recovery. She's talked about it in the post-bout press conference, and we wish her all the best, obviously. In terms of sex testing, which, as you know, finished in, I think, 1999, from memory, I don't think anyone in either the athlete or the political or the scientific community, even if there were a sex test that everyone agreed with and everyone agreed with the criteria, I don't think anyone wants to see a return to some of the scenes. And I've talked to I know some of those athletes who underwent sex tests in their teens. It was pretty disgraceful, and luckily that is behind us. This is a minefield. And unfortunately, as with all minefields, we want a simple explanation. Everyone wants a black and white explanation of how we can determine this. That explanation does not exist, neither in the scientific community nor anywhere else. As I said before, if we can find a consensus, and we will work towards a consensus, we will certainly work to apply that. Clearly, that's not going to happen at these games, but this is a question also, I guess, in all sports. And I think we are open to listen to anyone with a solution to that question. The Algerian boxer was born female, was registered female, lived her life as a female, boxed as a female, has a female passport. This is not a transgender case. I know you're not saying that, but there has been some confusion that somehow it's a man fighting a woman. This is just not the case. Scientifically, on that there is consensus. Scientifically, this is not a man fighting a woman, and I think we need to kind of get that in the bud. I think the question you have to ask yourself is, are these athletes women? The answer is yes, according to eligibility, according to their passports, according to their history. A test which may have happened overnight was a made-up test, which is new. I don't think we should give that any credence at all. If we start acting on every issue, every allegation that comes up, then we start having the kind of witch hunts that we're having now. But yes, I think if you start working on all suspicions, then we're in trouble. But I think more importantly, this woman has competed for a very, very long time in women's sport against many opponents. In fact, against Italian boxers twice in the last couple of years, I think. So I think if you start working on all suspicions, then we end up very much heading towards a gender testing regime, which is not good for anybody.